This week, Xbox delivers the goods, and they are coming soon. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to jump into this because this is the Nerd Cave News, and I am one of your hosts, Zach Dykes, joined along with my good friend, Derek Daniel. Derek, how's it going, my man?
Man, it's going fantastic, man. Like putting this, you kind of buried the lead here, but putting this together, because I knew it happened at noon, and putting this together and seeing like all this, I'm like, oh man, we figured. If for those who've been saying for the last year and a half, Xbox is coming, the domino's about to drop. Well, they off to a good start already. If these games pan out, but I digress. So like, and we getting them soon, like you said.
We're getting them soon, and I cannot wait for it. Y'all let us know what you think down in the chat below. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button because we cannot do this show without you, and that is the first brick in the wall here, guys. You got to build those walls up. You got 3 of them. You got Rose, you got Mara, and you got Cena. You know what I mean? You got John Cena over there. You can't see it. You know what I mean? You got them Titans. They all up in the wall. What is that about? I don't know. We'll find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. But Derek, this is not an anime show.
No, it's not.
It's not an anime show, but we do have an awesome anime show.
Exactly.
Called Eat Sleep Anime, and everybody needs to go check it out because we've talked about Solo Leveling episode 1, and I can't wait to talk more about Solo Leveling, but that is not here nor there. I've also been watching Attack on Titan.
Finally, side tangent. I get on Crunchyroll to watch an anime, and I scroll down because like the second thing is that you see, other than if you're on a TV, is the recommended for you, and then your watch history. And I see Attack on Titan, and I see that, and I ponder. I'm like, weird. And then I text Zach. I'm like, so have you done the thing? Side eyes emoji, and he's like, maybe. And I'm like,
I literally read the text to Amy, and she was like, that boy's got something wrong with him. Oh, well, guys, we're going to be talking about the Xbox Developer Direct. We're going to be recapping everything that happened during the event. We're going to be watching some trailers. There were multiple games that announced, and they're pretty short, so we're going to be able to get to all of them. And we got a little bit of Pokemon Pocket news today as well, which that will be later in the show. So, Derek, let's jump into it first. Claire Obscura Expedition 33 will bring RPG goodness to Xbox April 24th. And guys, we're going to jump into the trailer. I don't know anything about this, Derek. Do you know anything about it?
No, like they keep acting like it was this is Sandfall Interactive, I believe, is done by. I don't know who they are. I guess they announced it at some direct or like indie direct, but they gotta throw a random game in there. Let's check it out. Maybe it'll jog my memory.
Rated mature.
I've been having nightmares. Being out here isn't what I expected.
Amicia?
That's what it's giving me. It does look really cool.
Yeah.
Legacy can take
many this forms. Is where like people die, like that's like
the ones who came before.
And they betrayal are the ones who come after.
Wait, I hear something.
Okay.
That's pretty dope.
Okay, is that a counter to a team counter? That looks.
It looked like it.
I still can't believe it.
Brush head.
To what do we owe the pleasure of your company? I just need a foot. Aha!
What?
You can turn into a Levro.
Whoa.
Okay.
Giving me like Final Fantasy 16 vibes.
I was literally about to say.
Mes amis.
We need to cross the sea. Bulger said you could help.
All right. Ready to sail like a snake.
Okay.
This is a much better way to travel.
I love the art. Definitely Final Fantasy vibes.
For sure.
I didn't take
Dude
you.
just got wrecked.
He did.
As long as even one of us stands, our fight is not over.
Hugo. April 24th. That's Superman.
Yeah. Already shaping up a good spring and everything.
Yeah, that did look really promising, man.
Now, my question is it going to be Game Pass?
It didn't say, which if it's that soon, they would have said.
My friend.
All right, Derek, what are your thoughts on this
I
bad
like
boy?
the American, like, well, I guess I don't know if they're British or a European studio.
I
but
think they're French.
French. Okay. I like French Final Fantasy a lot. You know, like again, for not remembering what this game was.
Yeah.
It looks very promising. Like again, like I was thinking, you know, they showed off at last year's Direct some like obscure smaller title, and I was thinking this is going to be along the same lines. But watching them, like I don't think so. Like this, I don't think it's AAA. I think it's a B tier. Like it's a AA game. But that's not a knock on it. That's actually like his. You know, Plague Tale is along those same lines, and it's a great game. So, but like, you know, a different take on the Final Fantasy formula, or what is inspired by it. Clearly, it looks like this whole thing, like the travel, like the expedition, like riding on that big clown-looking balloon man. It looks intriguing.
Yeah.
So, and then like you said, the summons and the transformations. So, it looks. I don't know because. As we'll see later, there's another game coming out that same month and earlier in that month that we'll take a look at that has me more intrigued. But it's a game that'll be worth checking out down the line, probably when it's on sale for me.
Like it's given me kind of that Plague Tale Requiem,
right?
Final Fantasy, but it's also given me like the traversal around the world. Giving me a little bit of Sea of Stars. It's not, Sea of Stars, but it's given me that feel. And I'm kind of there for it. You know what I mean? Like I'm kind of there for it. Like being able to explore and everything. And they're not really like doing much of like plot devices in the story, but from what I remember from the first trailer, it's like as that number ticks down, whoever is that age dies.
Oh,
so it's like if you're 33 or older, you're already dead.
Wow. That would explain why they're so young.
Yeah. So, but I'm curious, like, what are these creatures? Like, how's this world interact and everything? Because it seems like some are friendly, some are not.
Right.
Like, I think this is potentially, if it lives up like combat wise and everything, this could be a Zach game. You know what I mean? Like this looks and feels like a Zach game. So, but yeah, I do like.
To take a term from our Eat Sleep anime show, this is a hidden gem, as you could say.
It might be. It might be. Joe says, "Why does that guy look like Robert Pattinson?"
I get more. What's his name? The guy who played Mysterio in the second Spider-Man movie.
Oh, you're talking about Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal. I'll get more of that vibe from him.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, guys, we've got the next game that we're going to be talking about, which is Ninja Gaiden 4 has been announced from Team Ninja and Platinum Games for fall 2025. And
this is the mystery because, you know, they revealed these three, the Clair Obscure, South of Midnight, and Doom, but they had a question mark for the surprise fourth game. This was it, and what a surprise to do it, because I know Ninja Gaiden has been dormant for a very long time.
This would have not been on my bingo card. I can tell you that much. So let's check out this trailer.
Several years ago, the Dark Dragon, youngest of the divine dragon gods, wreaked havoc across the world. The plot was ultimately thwarted through the efforts of a sole ninja. However, the Dark Dragon's husk remained, and from this husk fell an endless downpour of cursed rain. The abandoned Tokyo continues its struggle against chaos to this day.
Infiltrated the facility. Commencing mission.
My question, is it going to be as difficult as other Ninja Gaiden games?
Probably. All right.
Dude.
All right.
Oh, man.
All right.
No escape.
Jeez. This looks epic, dude.
It does.
I love that
cow.
stylized like finish as well. Like Silver Samurai from Wolverine.
Yeah. All right.
You always got to get the creepy woman, you know, that's like a maniac and tries to murder you. Wear your skin. That sword got bigger out of nowhere.
Right.
Dude, the just verticality.
Yeah, that's insane, man.
So is this is like the Ninja Gaiden that I know. This outfit, I wonder if it's two characters.
So you've come.
I think they did.
Yeah, it looks like two characters.
Yeah.
I will execute my mission.
Ooh, Lord, child. Derek,
Yeah.
thoughts on this bad boy?
That's insane. You know, again, like you said, no one would have guessed that, and especially like teaming up with Platinum Games because they haven't done any like. I know they've done a lot of random things, but the last big game they were trying to put out was Scalebound, and that got canned. And it's like, okay, when are they going to do something? And like, when are they? Like, when are they going to come out? And this. If this was the game they had to come out and like at least I know it's a collab with Team Ninja, but still, if Platinum's going to put their name on it, this was the game to do it. And it shows. Like you see the stylish action that Platinum does, mixed in with the Ninja Gaiden that we all grew up with, we all played. So and again, like they seem to have adapted it for modern gameplay with the verticality, the stylized action. So it man, what a way to come back to. And I think. When I was reading this, I don't know what my bigger reaction was. There was three thoughts I had that it's like I don't know what the bigger story here is. The fact that Ninja Gaiden's coming back, the fact that it's done by Platinum Games, or the fact that it's coming out this year, like fall, man. Like, and I know it's not one of these and it's out now type thing. That's the next game we'll talk about. But it's still the fact that we got a fall release date or a fall release window for this game is insane. Like. Normally, when you see a franchise come back, it doesn't come back like we don't expect it for like another year or two after. But this is like, hey, we've been in the works on this for a while. Might as well just give it to you this year.
Yeah, because like even Metal Gear Solid Delta,
yeah,
we got shown it, and then it was like, oh, it's coming eventually.
Yeah,
and
no release year.
Yeah, so this, on the other hand, it's like we're in this nice little spot, and Platinum has absolutely been crushing it with so many different games, not even just the Persona series, but did they put out Metaphor?
No, you're thinking Sega.
Oh, I'm thinking of what is their name? Oh my gosh, who puts out Persona?
Now you got me because now I can't remember off the top of my head.
Persona 3, whatever.
Atlas.
Okay, that's who it is. I don't know why I was thinking Platinum, but yeah.
But see, there was a stick where Platinum did put out a lot of games, but it was like franchise games like Transformers. I forget what and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and they weren't good. story-wise, but everyone praised
Yeah.
the action and the combat, which is what Platinum is known for. So like them coming to a game like Ninja Gaiden, which is all about the action, is
Yes.
perfect for them.
Yeah, I remember the I think I'm looking at the wrong website here. I'm looking at but yeah, the Transformer games were great. Like,
Yeah.
they weren't like amazing story wise. They weren't blowing your socks off or anything, but they were a ton of fun. And the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one, I thought was good, but
Yeah.
then it did get pulled off of like stores, like digital stores, which I always thought was weird. But
Yeah.
this one looks great. Getting it this year. Do you think it gets delayed though? Do you think that this is a potential delay?
There's always a chance, right? Like, especially like if they give a release date before GTA 6, if that drops this year. But like they could if they're wanting to make a comeback and be taken again, like let's just say they're October and GTA comes out and says, "All right, we're launching October," and Ninja Gaiden's like, "Well, we kind of want to breathe, so let's move out." So again, everyone's waiting with bated breath to see when GTA 6 will drop. But I could see it, but also because this was announced this year means it's been in development for a while. So I could also see it sticking to now. If they had said, "Oh, this is also spring," I could see that getting delayed to fall. But I don't know. I could see it, but I wouldn't surprise me. Again, you could say that about any game, right? Like if you had told me Assassin's Creed would have gotten delayed from November to February and then February to March, I would have said, I don't know.
Exactly. Well, one thing that we do know is Ninja Gaiden is not done in this direct because Ninja Gaiden 2 Black is now available via a surprise shadow drop, just like a ninja should. So let's check out this trailer.
Dang, that looks good too. Oh, and it's on Unreal. Holy cow. Oh, dang.
Yeah, man, this looks like they did some work. This isn't just.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
That's ridiculous.
My path leads through the land of the dead.
You just gotta love like smooth movement, you know?
And thus the sun sets on the dragon.
Vastly underappreciated.
Genshin. Go
Okay.
All paths before me are cruel and arduous.
Keith David.
Our time has come.
Dude, it looks great.
Oh, and it's on Game Pass.
Oh, that's the way to do it. And that's something interesting. It's like Ninja Gaiden 4 and Claire Obscura both did not say anything about Game Pass. And most of the times, any kind of Xbox developer direct is Xbox developer.
Right.
So,
well, if 4 is going to be multiplat, then they may be still trying to work out a deal for, you know what I mean? Like if it was going to be like a timed exclusive, it would be for sure a guarantee. But because I think it's multiplat, I think they're trying to work out a deal. Just try it at Game Pass, but I think they're using 2 as a litmus test to see if people still want to do that before they just put it on Game Pass. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to see,
or at least if Platinum and Team Ninja want to take the risk and take just the lump sum up front to go to Game Pass.
Yeah, and seeing how 2 does, like if there's enough of
a fan desire.
Desire and everything, and it looks great. I don't remember when Black came out originally, but like this looks fantastic. So, maybe they're waiting until an actual release date to say anything about, getting 4 on Game Pass.
Right.
And if, Xbox can get it on Game Pass, that's a huge plus because you're going to get people super excited with Black, and then you're getting 4 later this year. So I think that's going to be awesome. But Derek, as much as Ninja Gaiden looks awesome, there's one game that we're super stoked about, both of us, because it's finally got a date. And
hallelujah.
When we saw it
soon.
I know, dude. And when we saw it at Summer Games Fest, we were just like, man, this is going to be such a great game. South of Midnight gets an April 8th release, and we got a new trailer. Derek, are you ready for this?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
It is really picking up out there. Did you pack everything?
Mama, this ain't my first hurricane. I know what to do.
As long as you didn't forget the
Flashlights and batteries.
Oh, shoot, we got 5 minutes. Let's go.
I won't be rushed if you didn't.
Don't mumble. Speak on it.
I said we wouldn't be rushed if you didn't waste all that time at the shelter.
Now, you want to bring this up right now?
All right, girl.
I'm just saying.
Hazel, please.
We might need some help. I might need some help. While you're out helping everybody else.
Hazel.
Man, that's
You're going to regret that.
Yep.
You're going to regret that.
Yep.
See?
There it go. Holy cow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. All typical. Last thing you say to somebody is an argument.
Is that Hazel? The trailer got swept downstream with Mama in it, and it ain't just about Mama. I'm seeing these things.
Oh.
Hey, Hazel.
Okay, so it's not something that...
Up here. You find your mama yet?
Oh.
A talking fish. Nope. Ain't no one.
Ain't every day I hear about a new weaver such as yourself.
What are you talking about?
You can't see strands, can't you? And a trained weaver ought to be able to rescue her mama easy. I can teach you the rest.
Okay.
This better work.
Go for the Nate.
Right.
I am so stoked for this.
I know.
Looks so good.
Can I help you, son?
You know anything about that creepy old house up on the hill?
Yeah, that was once the home of Hug and Molly.
Wait, is Hug and Molly real?
All the stories are real, darling.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Like, it's giving me, like, Kubo
Right.
They men
feeling.
your soul so ripped, you'd forgotten they were ever one piece.
I came all this way to hear your story. The real story, Itchy.
It was complicated. This is grown folks' business. This ain't for you.
I ain't no damn child.
Man, this looks so good.
It does.
And you're welcome to try bottling up the pain. But the roots of this trouble go deep.
Oh, dear. You've been keeping secrets.
Oh. Oh, God.
It's here, it's on.
Like...
April 8th. And
Game Pass as well, man.
wait, back that up a little bit. Go back to the release date. There's a premium edition. Play up to 5 days early with the premium edition. Wow.
I'm curious
with Game Pass.
I'm curious how much the premium edition is, because like with Game Pass, you get the base game, but like if you want the premium edition, you have to pay for the full game.
Correct.
So
I know every once in a while, if you have Game Pass Ultimate, they'll throw you a bone. But like I know when Gears 5 had the Ultimate Edition, they dropped it on Game Pass. If you had Game Pass Ultimate,
Yeah.
But we'll see. But April 8th, man, like I said, when I saw this, I was like, I already know what our April game is going to be, brother. So,
exactly, dude.
And like as great as Claire Obscura looked, like I'm sorry, like this being in the same month, this being in the same month, like come on, and it's 2.5 months away. Like that is like I thought this would be one of their fall games, like late summer, early fall, but the fact that we're getting it in spring is ridiculous.
Yeah, because we get Avowed next month, and then we get this in April.
And then another game in May.
Yeah, I'm thankful that Avowed gets 2 months because it's an RPG, so it's going to be a little bit longer and everything.
Correct.
But yeah, dude, like the combat looks interesting. Definitely giving me like Kena Bridge of Spirits in some parts of it. But dude, like the world, the environment, the creatures, like
The
it's
aesthetic,
so
like just looks fantastic.
It's so rich.
And
So
I feel like
rich.
I'm gonna vibe with the main character because again, like that whole thing where she's like talking catfish. Oh nah.
Dan has an interesting comment here. He says it kind of looks like they're using a similar trick with the animation as the Spider-Verse movies, where they actually lower the frame rate. And I'm pretty sure like the world around it like is probably at 60 and it's at like, you know, some weird frame rate below 60, maybe even like 24 or something like that. Because what was interesting, I'm going on a side tangent here, with Spider-Verse, the Miles Morales character in the first movie had like 2 less frames than like the Peter Parker that he was learning from, to show that he was not fully trained yet and everything.
Right.
So
That's crazy.
Yeah, just little things like that. But dude, this looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
The character designs look so rich, and man,
It cannot come soon enough, man. Like, and you know, like thinking about it too, like you see Compulsion's journey. Like, you know, they started off with that indie game on the PlayStation, like as a PlayStation 4 launch title. I forget. I know it's a one-word game. I forget, but then they go to We
starts
Happy
with a
Few.
C.
Contrast.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you. They start with Contrast, a small indie game that did some unique things, to We Happy Few, which was like their first foray into like open area. I don't say it's an open world, but like an open area, like RPG with different mechanics, like, you know, with the whole like joy pills and like, and not everything is like, you know, corrupt politics in there and all that. So like and that was like their first bigger game that they've done, to now this. I feel like if this hits, this is going to be up for calling it now. I'm putting my money on it. This will be in one of the finalists for Game of the Year at Game Awards if this pans out.
If it pans out, which I think it will, because it's got so many good things going for it, the world, the characters, and if it lands, this is going to be an awesome game. And you know, like We Happy Few, I feel like was closer to like Dishonored with like the options that you could do with it, but this seems like a little bit more of a, you know, narrative journey than, you know, just the options there, which I like more of a crafted story than, oh, I get to make it up as I go type deal. So dude, I want to keep talking about South of Midnight, but we've got one more game. And the last time we saw this game was at Summer Games Fest, and I was so stoked about it. It made me so super excited about it. And I'm not even a fan, like a huge fan of this franchise, but it looked so metal. And that, of course, is Doom, The Dark Ages. And it is going to rip and tear its way onto Xbox consoles and over to other places. May 15th is our release date. So let's check out the trailer.
All right.
So we're actually getting in-game footage this time.
Yep. Oh!
I like that we can block the attacks now.
Right. Okay.
All the power of hell, cowering before one man.
Uh-oh.
Belron?
Oh, right. Oh, a mech? Brother! Pacific Rim?
You had to go in this
that's
Titan
dope.
forward. You had to go in this Titan form, man.
Yeah. Oh, that's dope. Yeah, man. Oh my gosh. Like that was a good trailer to see. Like, and like
Mhm.
the updates, like with the shield. I'm sure there'll be a limit on it. Like it'll take a certain amount of damage before and once you hit that damage threshold, it'll be out of commission for the defensive wise. Like you could still like that whole
Yeah,
ripcord,
'cause
man. Like,
if you look to the side right here, there's
yeah,
a health bar for the shield because it has
correct.
like the blades and everything. So I'm
Right.
sure the more you take on it, the less you'll be able to use it and everything.
Right.
So
So like, and again, the dragon is metal, flying on it, getting to traverse the world. I mean, and again, it's Doom, like, and it's a formula that works, right? Like, you go in there, kill demons, like, just use whatever methods you have to take them out. Like, I want to know what that does because I feel like I don't know if that's either going to be a stimulant or something else. So that's intriguing to see what that's going to do. But man, like, the next 3 out of the next 4 months are going to be catered to Xbox, man. And just imagine again, because we have Indiana Jones that came out in December, that hit. If Avowed hit and South of Midnight hits and Doom hits, you think that Xbox could dominate Game Award nominations this year? Like, I mean, again, I think out of those three, as much as we are anticipating Avowed, I feel like Avowed has the strongest case to be just an okay game, like a B tier game. Like it's not great, but it's good. I feel like that has the highest chance to miss that mark. But just imagine, man, like talking about like the dominoes are falling, Xbox is coming. Imagine like this is their start, and this is 3 titles, and it's not even halfway through the year. Like just imagine if they have a strong fall, if they have a strong spring, just imagine what their fall could be.
yeah, and we've got E-Day that got announced as well, which I don't think we get E-Day this year.
Ain't no way.
I'm wondering what we would get the rest of the year. It feels like it's super heavy in the first half, so I'm not sure what Xbox has planned for the second half.
There's an outside chance Fable could be the fall game.
True, it would be nice.
There's no backing to that, but it could happen.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. Like, I feel like Xbox is setting up the first half of the year to finally do something because for so long we have gotten nothing, I feel like, from Xbox on a regular basis.
Correct.
It's just been like one thing after another. It's like something lackluster, this, that, and the other. And it's like finally we're getting something that can be cool. And multiple games, like if even Claire Obscura looks very interesting if it gets to be like a Xbox Game Pass or something like that. But Ninja Gaiden looks great, South of Midnight looks amazing, and then Doom: The Dark Ages looks like it is going to be metal.
Yes,
like there's no better way to say it. Like it is going to be so metal, and there are really hardcore Doom fans out there, and
for sure.
they're going to eat well because that trailer in the first trailer, like, dude, got me super excited to see what there's going to be. Nate has an interesting comment here. He says, "I think people are going to avoid Avowed." How do you think? What do you think of that's going to be the case, Derek? Do you think that there's been enough out there that's like, oh, it's going to run at 30 frames per second, this, that, and the other? Like we saw them take the comments when it first got showed off, and they did do some polishing to it. But do you think that there is not enough fuel in the tank to get Avowed to the finish line?
I don't know. It depends because I'm I feel like this was like the last hurrah. Like again, side tangent. This was, I think, the best developer direct we've gotten out of Xbox in 3 years. They've done it for sure. Like take notes, PlayStation. This is how you do a direct. Like this is do your state of plays like this, short, sweet, and stuff, and just make it, worth it. But anyway, I don't know. Like, I feel like this could have been their last hurrah to really show Avowed. Like, I know that was like kind of funniest thing. It's like, why is Avowed not here? Like, this is its last hurrah that you could have done before release because it's releasing middle of next month. Now, I think the marketing push will be the dictating because we saw the lack of marketing for Hellblade 2, and that told the story there because when it came out to a thud. So if the marketing push is better for Avowed, I think it'll be okay. I think also though, like thinking about it and like going back to what they could do the fall. Remember at Game Awards, they said Outer Worlds 2 was supposed to be this year as well. Now, I think that could get delayed.
Yeah.
But let's just say hypothetical, it does release in the fall. Like we get 2 Obsidian games and two big Obsidian RPGs. And I think because Outer Worlds 2 is like a known quantity from like how good Outer Worlds 1 was, I think if it does release this year, people could avoid Avowed or like just say, oh, it's like if they saw that at Game Awards, like, oh, it's coming next year, I'll just wait for a known quantity versus a new IP. But I don't know. Like, I think again, being on Game Pass, I think will be more vociferous or whatever word I'm thinking of, like will be more generous to people who are on the fence about the game.
For me, I think the lack of marketing that is happening right now, because it's less than a month away. February 18th is when the game is releasing, and we're not seeing anything about the game. Like there's no press, there's nothing like ramping up for it. And like I know usually the 2 to 3 weeks before a game releases, we start seeing a ton more from like their IGN and that sort of deal. But for me, it's like, okay, I feel like you were already saying some of this. I feel like this is potentially could be our next Senua Saga here because they're just not pushing it. For me, I think Claire Obscura looks more interesting as an RPG than Avowed does, because it feels like they're doing something a little bit different. With it, it feels like Avowed is okay. This is a tried and true method. There are like some branching narratives, which I think will be pretty dope. The dual wielding like magic system, I think is going to be cool, but it's like the world doesn't seem that interesting overall. But time will tell. Coming out February 18th. I don't know a ton about the narrative of the game other than you've been sent by this king or whatever to like clear out this plague, essentially this thing that's trying to spread and all of that. Hopefully the characters, I think that is the thing that really drives a game that's like an RPG, because you think about Fallout, you think about Skyrim, anything like that. It's the characters and the side quests and the things that really push you to make those decisions. Oh, well, I really want to be part of the Dark Brotherhood, or I want to do this, that, the other. And I think that is going to be the thing that either makes or breaks it, because Outer Worlds had that. And I think Outer Worlds is a much better space game than Starfield was. And Starfield had several years after it. Yes, you did get to fly around and everything, but I felt like the world that was built by Obsidian was much better. So, and it would be crazy that we got 2 Obsidian games, but Obsidian cranks out video games like nobody's business.
They're trying to be the Insomniac for Xbox.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of like, it's okay to rest.
Right.
It is okay to rest.
Like Blessing said when they revealed, like when Insomniac revealed Wolverine, take a break.
Yeah, it's like it's okay. It's okay. You can rest. But we'll see where they go from here. I think there's a lot of cool things that we will be getting from Xbox. There is a rumor that we're going to be getting a PlayStation State of Play next month.
Correct.
So I'm very curious what PlayStation is going to be throwing our way. Maybe a date on Ghost.
Maybe we'll see. I want to believe, right? Like it would be nice, but especially after Xbox just, dumped all this info on us today. And then with the Switch 2 getting announced last week, but then having more details in April. We'll see. We'll see. Like I think it's in it, again, like we're all amazed. And again, as gamers, we all win. But if we get a ghost release date like several weeks after the Xbox Direct, like holy cow. And especially if it's in the first half of the year, like first half of the year is going to be stoked.
Yeah. And for me, it's like, okay, just give me Ghost and I'll be happy. I'll be playing that for the next 2 years. Give me like an Iki Island expansion, like 7-8 months after release, and I'll be set. Like you don't even I'll be there, guys. I'll be there. Just like you should be there right now, hitting that subscribe button to the Nerd Cave News on podcast services of your choice. We're on Spotify, we're on YouTube, we're on Apple Podcasts. So go support us there. It helps us a ton. And make sure to leave a review, a 5-star review, because Mama always said, if you ain't got nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. And it helps us out a ton. And if you just want to stay here on YouTube, make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe as well, because guys, it really does tell YouTube that, hey, this is good stuff. We really like this. We want to keep seeing this in our feed, because the more you interact with our shows, the more you will show up in your feed when you jump on YouTube every time. And that helps us out a ton, because we are putting out more content than we ever have. We are putting out more Eat Sleep Anime. We're doing more Nerd Cave stuff. We're doing streams. We're doing all that kind of stuff. So please support us, and it is so much appreciated by our 1.5 person company here at Nerd Cave Incorporated.
Hey, I'm about to say, no, it's a 2-person company now, because the other half's Kevin. Yeah,
we got Kevin back, but Kevin's asleep on the job half the time. So 1.5. Kevin is like, you know how like people have like a dog and like they'll put that on there, like their website. It's like, oh, these are employees. That's kind of like Kevin. You know what I mean? Kevin is like he's there, but he as long as he doesn't embezzle tens of dollars this time, we'll be good and disappear for a year and a half or two. We'll be good. We'll be good. Last bit of news before we get into the Patreon quick hits. Pokemon TCG Pocket put out a new trailer for our next set of cards. And I am super stoked, Derek, because we both know I love me some Pokemon trading card Pocket. I didn't think I would, but I really like this game.
Well,
and
I didn't think you'd become the villain and buy microtransactions, but here we are again. Also,
we don't talk about that, Derek. We don't talk about that. So let's check out the Pokemon Trading Card Pocket announcement.
I like the 3D of it.
Yeah. Ooh. How many cards we're going to be getting, though? That's my question. We're down to 2 packs instead of 3. New supporter card. Available Wednesday.
So 6 days from now.
Whoa, what was that at the end? New trade feature to be added on Tuesday, January 28th.
Wow.
Oh. So February 29th, guys, we're going to be getting Space Time Smackdown. We're getting 2 packs. I am super stoked for this because I have been ready to get some new packs in there.
Another addict, or addiction you have.
What do you mean?
You're talking about that, and then watching Attack on Titan.
Yeah, the Japanese market's got me right now, y'all. Nate says the Pokemon stuff is lit. I know, dude. I am ready for this. I was hoping for Gen 2 Pokemon cards. That was the rumor for the longest time. But this does look pretty dope. We got some I'm excited to see what new supporter cards are going to be added into this, because that is going to change the game a lot. And yeah. Palia is going to be great for metal decks or colors. Yeah. What is this? Palkia. Yeah, that one too. Orochimaru. Mochimaru.
Arorimasu.
Yep. Guys, we play a lot of Pokemon here, so I am super excited for that. But Derek, that's such a long ways away. But you know what time it is right now?
It's time to get those quick hits out.
Exactly. It's time for the Patreon Quick Hits. The Patreon Quick Hits, of course, are brought to you by our wonderful patrons. And you ask, Zach, how could I become one of those illustrious golden child, the elite, you say, that ride with the scout troops? They ride out and they're trying to get new land to develop and take down those dastardly titans. Y'all can tell that I've been watching a lot of Attack on Titan. They ride out on their ponies. You ask me, how can I be in Levi's squad? I say, you go right now. You recruit and you go support the Nerd Cave by getting your very own Nerd Cave membership to help us continue to make awesome shows just like this one. So become part of the ship, part of the crew, or you'll be eaten by a Titan and forgotten. Yep, that's right.
Or at least lose an arm.
Yep, you'll be thrown up like a
bit.
Yep, thrown up, or you'll be like half eaten like that one dude, and then everybody's like, what happened to him? What happened to him? First season, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Sorry with him. Marcus Macilius. I don't remember. Marco. I felt bad for him. I like Marco. He was a good guy.
I did too.
Yeah. But guys, that's neither here nor there, because it's time for the Patreon Quick Hits.
So starting off, like Zach alluded to a minute ago, new State of Play could happen in February, and it was hinted at by a leaker who correctly predicted the Switch 2 reveal date for last week. The PlayStation was reportedly has reportedly canceled 2 unannounced live service games, reportedly including a God of War game from Blue Point. Jeff Grubb says the latest live service cancellations by Sony were due to Concord's failure. Former PlayStation boss Shuhei Yoshida says you should support remasters if you want more PS5 first-party games. Shuhei also says that I'm sorry I was wrong about the PSVR 2. The PS6 reportedly set to use AMD's 3D stacked chips. New UDNA GPUs also set for next-gen consoles. Rumor, Astrobot looks to set to add Tekken's Heihachi Mishima. I'm assuming that is going to be a cameo bot. Following that, former Nintendo of America President Reggie Fils-Aimé says Astrobot almost outdid Nintendo at its own game. Sony Bend says we still plan on creating cool stuff following live service cancellation. NCSoft shelved Project H, that was reportedly a Horizon MMO. They came out and corrected this. This has nothing to do with Horizon, the Horizon property. Insomniac's Ted Price which is the president of Insomniac, is retiring from the industry in March. What a run. 30 years. Wow. I remember that man fondly. Insomniac is still being silent as to when Marvel's Wolverine will be ready, but recognizes the pent-up excitement around the game. Following that, Insomniac is interested in doing film and TV adaptations of their games, particularly with Ratchet & Clank. The first Berserker Kazan demo is out now and allows you to sample the game's first 2 missions. Mortal Kombat 1 adds Conan the Barbarian to its roster this week. Dragon Age The Veilguard director Corinne Bush has reportedly departed BioWare. Analysts say the Switch 2 won't outsell the original Switch, but that's okay. Mario Kart 9 first look suggests 24-person races are coming to the Switch 2 game. Following that, Switch 2 release date likely not before June. Greedfall, however, the Greedfall publisher says Switch 2 expected between April and September. EA Sports College Football 26 confirmed for summer 2025 launch. Let's go. We back in there, baby. Rumor, Respawn Entertainment and Bit Reactor's upcoming RTS Star Wars game will be revealed this spring.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll say let's go. Ubisoft didn't want to hold the player's hand too much regarding exploration in Assassin's Creed Shadows. Power World crossplay, final boss, and more coming as Pocket Pair reveals 2025 roadmap. Hollow Knight Silksong dev insists the game is real, progressing, and will release. Many in the video game industry, quote, hope GTA 6 price will be $80, if not $100, say analysts. Genshin Impact dev agrees to $20 million fine over loot box violations. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero DLC 1 Hero of Justice adds 11 new characters, and it is out today. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is Steam Deck verified. Vampire Survivors 2025 roadmap includes cross-save online co-op and a TV show. Firaxis confirms Civ 7 has officially gone gold. Let's go, Zach. Black Ops 6 and Warzone will soon allow you to turn off crossplay in ranked matches on consoles. Marvel Snap back online after the TikTok ban, and now the devs are searching for a new publisher to stop it happening again. Reflector Entertainment suffers layoffs following the failure of Unknown 9 Awakening. 11% of game devs surveyed by GDC were laid off in the last 12 months. Following that, GDC survey finds 25% of devs work at companies that are using generative AI tools. Paramount confirms Sonic the Hedgehog 4 movie set for release in 2027. Studio vet Mark Dara says that BioWare's only big project after Dragon Age The Veilguard is Mass Effect 5. The U.S. could see fewer physical games and increased game prices due to proposed tariff on imports from Mexico. Black Myth Wukong's success reportedly saw Phantom Blade Zero give substantial new investment. Sega launches account system with benefits and rewards and will start with the Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. Pokemon TCG and TCG Pocket coming to McDonald's Happy Meals. NVIDIA reveals full slate of DLSS4 launch titles, including God of War, Cyberpunk, and more. Celeste devs' new game Earthblade has been canceled. And lastly, Dragon Age The Veilguard had 1.5 million players in its first 2 months, but EA expected 3 million.
EA is always expecting more than it should.
Facts.
Like that has always been their problem, is they overestimate the amount of people that are going to buy their games. And Veilguard,
I know you said it was good, but it had its moments, but it didn't live up to its overall expectations.
It was not as good as the other games, I will say that. The longer you played, like I think it was like the novelty of getting to play on my Steam Deck and all of that, and I do look forward to get back into the world, but it's not on the same par as Dragon Age Inquisition or 2, and 2 is definitely a weak game overall. I don't know. Veilguard was just not as good as the other ones, and definitely not as good as Origins. I think Origins is probably still the best out of this. But there was one part of this, Derek, that you said, and I wanted to bring this up, is should GTA be $80 plus? GTA 6 be $80 plus?
So, no. Like, obviously, will it be worth that money? Obviously, because they're going to make 10 times more than that with shark cards and all that kind of crap.
Yeah.
But honestly, and I was kind of, when I read this, when I was seeing this article earlier, earlier in the week, I was like, why are they hoping for this? And then I heard Kind of Funny say it's like, oh, so that way they can and I know it has to do with inflation. And if these tariffs go through, they're going to see an increase in prices anyway. So I think this is like, you know, how when a big star in football, like in the NFL, comes up for a big contract and they're like the best at their position, they always use the term reset the market. Like, I think they're looking to see if this is going to reset the video game cost market and pricing market. Because they can say, oh, inflation, oh, this, so like it's just basically a cop out essentially to justify it even before, like, because I mean, by the time stuff like that takes effect, it'll be several months to several years before it takes full effect, I think. So I don't know. Should it be $80? I mean, just look at the amount of money GTA 5, like, to play devil's advocate, the amount of money GTA 5 brought in was insane, and that was a $60 game. Now that games are $70, this being $80, like, again, you can justify it saying, oh, it's only $10 more, but also at the same time, it's like, if there was any game to do it, this game would have the gumption to it because Rockstar knows what they do. They know
Yeah.
what kind of quality games they put out. They could get away with it. And I mean, let's be fair. This is going to be way out in left field, but this is a Derekism if there ever was one, or a Derek comparison if there ever was one. Sort of like, it's like, man, a crackhead never goes a day without having to get money to get crack. You going to let him outwork you? So it's like, it's like if you're going to complain about the price, people going to find a way to pay that $80 up front, bro. Let's be fair. True.
Like GTA 6 is going to be the biggest game release of potentially all time, whenever it comes out, because GTA 5 since 2013 has been dominating the industry and is still in the top of MPD numbers, constantly is making money off of its online side of things. Should it be $80? No, it shouldn't be.
But again, because of who does it, and because of the legacy of what the series is, will people pay that $80? Of course. Now, this was like, and this is not, I know we're both excited for the game, but let's just call a spade here. No disrespect to South of Midnight, it looks fantastic, but because it's a new IP and an unknown property, they charged $80. It would not get the sales because it's an unknown quantity. This being, and I know Dan just said, Dan says, Rockstar getting greedy. It's like, I get it, but let's be fair. Like, it's sort of, to play devil's advocate again for the other side, it's sort of like when all this scalping was happening, like back during COVID and whatnot, like with game consoles. Like, yes, we can be mad that they're charging thousands upon thousands of dollars for this game console that you could literally pay $600 for when it comes into a mom and grop shop or online. But don't be mad at the player, be mad at the game. Like, yes, we can all get mad and rise up that say Rockstar is going to charge $80 for this. But if people pay for it, we should be more mad at the people who are willing to shell out the money than Rockstar themselves.
Yeah, you got to vote with your wallet. And like, for me, it's going to set a precedent. Like, if GTA can charge $80, then everybody else is going to start moving towards charging $80 because they're going to be like, well, our game is a quadruple A.
Yeah.
Star Wars Outlaws. Our game is a quadruple A. Of course, we deserve to charge that much money. And it's like, no, like, for me, it's like, yes, I know games cost more and more to make. It costs more to make a game now than it ever has.
Correct.
And the money doesn't go as far as it did, 5-10 years ago. And that's why we're paying $70. Correct. But, to Michael's point, is like, they could give away this game for free and still make billions on in-game purchases. They're the only going to charge because $80 because they can.
Correct.
And you think about how many times was GTA 5 free?
Correct.
So many times.
Yes.
It was given away for free because they knew
it was on Game Pass.
Yeah, they knew that people would jump on it and be able to make tons of money off of the in-game purchases. And that is definitely what we're going to be getting into here. But
and I mean, to justify that point too, it's like, look at, like freemium games, right? Like, look at Fortnite. Fortnite is completely free. Like, and you charge for skins that add people are paying, crazy amounts of money for stuff that is cosmetics.
Yep.
It's not even stat boosters. And it is ridiculous. And like, to go to a point earlier in the quick hits, like Genshin Impact settles on the loot box violations and pays the $20 million fine because look, and they can get away. Like, if most studios did that, it'd be like, man, I don't know if we'll go to court over this because we ain't paying no $20 million. But Genshin, because of how much money they've made across their entire games library, they can get away with this thing. Like, that's chump change. We'll make that back ASAP.
The annual revenue for Genshin Impact from last year was $1.56 billion.
With a B. Yeah.
With a B.
20 million's chump change. That's what I'm saying, man. Like,
someone used that to wipe their butt before they paid off that fine.
Correct.
And to the point of Marvel Rivals has been out for maybe a month so far.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's already made $136 million off of its skins.
Crazy.
You know what I mean?
Crazy.
So it's free to play, and yeah, GTA could do the same thing, but why would they when they know
why would they?
They could charge
$80 is the subscription you pay, and then the rest of it is like, pay as you go. So yeah, to Michael's point, they could definitely give it away for free and still make billions of dollars. But because it's like, why would we just settle for free when we could make an extra $80 on top of the hundreds of dollars you'll spend in Sharkcast in just that year?
Yeah. So Derek, here's my question to you, because we know it will at least be $70.
Correct.
Do you think they set a new record this time around? Because GTA 5 set a record for how much they sold within a very short amount of time, and
they'll break that in a day, man.
Yeah.
Again, just the anticipation, like when they revealed GTA 5, not remaster, but the port, when it came to new consoles, people lost their minds because it's like, oh, is this 6? Is this going to be a 6 announcement? And it wasn't. Like the anticipation is so hot. It's at a boiling point right now that they could shadow drop it tomorrow and people would just be lined up out the doors, like waiting right there. People would go like literally camp out now and to guarantee a copy of the game. So yes, I do think it will set a record. I think it'll set first day, first 3 days, first week, first month. It'll definitely break records. I mean, let's be fair, because of how much money GTA 5 has made, it's going to break records for sure.
And it definitely has to launch day one with its online component, because that's something that
they can't do the 2-week delay of like launch the main game and then the online components 2 weeks later. They can't do that.
Yeah, they can't do that because they did that with Red Dead, and then Red Dead died pretty fast on the online side. I know they're still making stuff for it, or were, but I know GTA 5, it took months before it came really online, and it's like they know when they launch this game that GTA 5's cash cow is dead, so they have to make sure that this is ready to go.
Right.
And just to kind of wrap this up, and I know we've talked about inflation, we've talked about a lot of things, but to use like the tariffs as a point of, oh, we've got to increase money or got to increase charges. Rockstar is based in America.
Right.
So tariffs, like, yes, I know there are developers that are in Mexico and across the world, but it's like you cannot use tariffs as your reason to charge more for your game.
Why not? I mean, COVID was the biggest excuse for the longest time for delays and all that crap. So
yeah, I'm gonna start using the bubonic plague as my excuse. The rats, Derek, the rats.
Right.
Well, everybody, that is our show this week. We hope that you enjoyed it. Make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe and check out all of our other content. I know a lot of people are jumping into Solo Leveling Season 2. Me and Derek gave our reaction to Episode 1. So check that out and come back Tuesday when we play some more Pokemon Trading Card Pocket. And Thursday, of course, we'll be rounding up all the video game news that you need to know. This has been Zach
and Derek.
Y'all have a blessed week. Bye-bye.